to cut everybody off.
Like now.
I don't think that's wild.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
you got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
What's going on?
Howdy, people.
What's going on?
What's that?
What's happening?
Happy Shark Week.
Happy Shark Week, goddammit.
Happy motherfucking Shark Week. Oh, what?
Which I think the last day of Shark Week is tomorrow.
It is, kind of, sir.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's up? What's going on?
What up, Chrissy? What up, Rachel?
What it do?
Oh yeah, Mika definitely had to remind us to do a shark movie for Shark Week because if we was gonna go a whole other direction, she had to get us right.
Absolutely. Oh man, how y'all feeling?
Feeling good, brother. You know what I'm saying?
It's dangerous out here, ain't it?
Like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm talking about. You feel me? Ain't this world out here, boy. It's great.
Shit, what?
Boy, can't make speeches no more, boy. It's great.
Hey, my boy, he could come out with a mixtape now.
Jesus Christ.
He could come out with a mixtape.
Hey man, that rally was sponsored by Sweet Baby Ray's, man. Come on now.
I'm not messing with y'all.
Sweet
Anyway,
Baby.
My boy said, "Where my shoe at?"
before we introduce the show, I got a question for everybody. What's the most important thing at like a food gathering? Is it the sides? Is it the meat? Or is it the dessert?
Now, when you say food gathering, are we talking like at a family member's house? Like in-house?
Like a barbecue, cookout, little get together.
Okay, so it's in-house. It's at somebody's house who we know. I feel like the most important thing is the sides.
I might have to go with
because dessert is gonna be hit and miss. Most people gonna eat so much they ain't gonna have room for the dessert anyway. 9 times out of 10, the meat is always the first thing that's decided on. Everybody know what meat is gonna be there. Burgers, hot dogs, steak, chicken, whatever the case. Now it's what we got to go with the barbecue. Is because it's like, is there gonna be macaroni? If so, who bringing it? Is there gonna be baked beans? If so, who bringing it? If it's gonna be greens, if so, who bringing it? If it's gonna be potato salad, if so, who bringing it? Because like Duke say all the time, it's certain people you gotta pull them off to the side early and say, look, bring plasticware, bring water. It's gonna be hot. We gotta stay hydrated. Get some bricks for the grill. Don't bring no food. Bring napkins.
Right.
If you got a tent and a table, bring that. So with the sides, it's definitely important because whoever's doing the meat, there's always the people who everybody knows is solid. We already know they gonna be on the grill. They gonna be doing the brisket. They're gonna be doing the chicken. They're gonna be doing the ribs. You gotta have somebody certified on the grill. That's a must. We're not even worried about that.
Absolutely.
The sides, though.
First of all, brother, if y'all cooking brisket, y'all barbecue, y'all got money. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I feel like the meat is because not too many people pick over the meat. They don't really pick over the meat. I think people pick over the sides because you got people who don't like potato salad. You got people who don't like beans. You got people who don't like certain things. Brother, that meat gonna be gone.
My point exactly. Good evening, First Lady.
Mika G. What it do? Welcome back.
How,
Duke.
What is your estimation, ma'am? What is your response to Rashad's question?
She didn't hear it.
If you are invited to a family reunion, well, I mean, you're not invited because it's a damn family reunion. If you're invited to a party, a kickback, a cookout of sorts, what is most important? The meat, the side dish, or the dessert? I said the
right. It's a crazy
I said the
question.
sides.
At our family gathering, them Negroes will fight over some chicken and rice. They ain't fighting over the ribs or the hamburgers. They going straight for them. Who made the mac and cheese?
I can mute my
Crystal
mic
made the mac and
for
cheese.
episode.
Gone.
I mean, you got. I will have to say sides. Sides are most important, and the reason why sides are most important is it matters who makes it. Nobody ever asks who made the hot dogs, the hamburgers, the ribs. Who made the potato salad? Who made the macaroni and cheese?
It's exactly, bro.
Who made these baked beans?
Right.
Because everybody knows whoever gonna be on the grill is certified. We ain't even got to worry.
Everybody can't cook devil eggs. I'm just saying.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But
anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of the Popcorn Eat Beer Podcast. That was an icebreaker just to get everybody talking and in the mood to chat it up for this movie. I'm your host Rashad along with the crew.
Hey man, this your boy Duke, your favorite fat person. And Mika's.
Hold on.
What's so damn funny, me?
I'm talking about that was a knee slapper.
Oh, that was funny as hell. You already know who it is. She's back. It's Mika G, the First Lady, aka I'm sick of these sharks on this plane.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka was she capping though? I guess we'll never know.
Hey Chrissy, hey Rachel.
Yeah, so No Way Up, a movie about sharks in a plane, not starring Samuel L. Jackson. Weird, but you know, we're gonna run with it. So basically, which was a small crew of passengers on this flight.
Yeah, did we go on a Cabo?
Everybody ain't got Cabo money like that.
Nah, man, that plane would have been packed out.
But yeah, like who that look? How the little girl? Where's she going in Cabo? But anyway, but
she's going to her grandparents' timeshare in Cabo.
So they got money. Okay,
they had money. They had money.
They got that bread.
Okay. I will say immediately.
Go smack some children.
Immediately, I know who knew who I wanted to die. Out the group, I just instantly he just annoyed me from jump.
I don't know who you talking about.
Didn't die fast enough. Just gonna put that out there.
His arm get broke?
Huh?
Yeah, his arm got broke.
Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
because he was stupid and did this.
Yeah.
Mr. I don't know how to read the room when I tell these corny ass jokes.
Exactly. cringy jokes at that.
You walked up on somebody's bodyguard and was like, "I could scope out the place for you." Boy, you don't go sit your stupid ass down somewhere.
You lucky he ain't pop you. That's what you lucky. He lucky he ain't putting hands on you. So I will say the beginning of this dragged a little bit. In which most shark movies do, you know, they got to build up the suspense. But the crash, terrifying. Say, it was. Yes, man.
So in real life, that would never happen.
No, it would not.
Because
feel like I already
birds
know where
don't
you're going
fly
with this.
that damn high.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's part.
So that meant one of two things. Either that plane was flying very low, not even two things.
Or somebody messed up in the writing room.
Because, first of all, I don't know where they were flying out of.
LA.
But for the distance they had to go, they would have to be at least 30,000 feet plus in the air. Birds ain't flying that high. And then the captain gonna say, hey, Pete Game, we just hit some birds, but don't trip though. We all right.
No, that is not all right. It's instantly a problem.
Yeah, so there's smoke.
Why are you flying so low to the ground? Why are you flying so
fine.
low that you're hitting birds?
Instantly a problem, bro. Like in multiple ways. Which is why planes fly so high.
This is your captain
so they
speaking.
don't.
We just hit some bird. And
Listen.
But don't worry.
we're going to be going down.
You want to know how
we
trash?
We just clapped a couple birds with the left engine. No big deal.
You want to know how trash the captain was on the plane? They didn't even show his death. They didn't even bother. They didn't even bother like showing anything that happened to the pit crew. None of that. Nothing.
You remember the scene in Titanic when the captain would stay behind and the water crashed in?
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah, but he didn't even get that. He didn't get any screen time for his death. None of that. He was so stupid that they just said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and just let you out of here. Yes, sir.
Hot take. Well, not necessarily a hot take, but I just thought about something. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't even consider this a shark movie. This was just an unfortunate event that took place, and the plane just happened to crash. Well, some sharks was already at, but I don't feel like this was like a shark movie. The plane crashed in the water. It just happened to crash in a body of water where sharks was at, and the sharks was like, "Oh shit, it's a plane. Hey, cuz, let's go over here."
Nah, I think it's because. So I do call this a shark movie because the shark in a situation like this, sharks just don't show up. The reason why they started showing up is because the blood from the other passengers dying got into the water. So it's almost like every other shark movie that you've ever seen. So if you ever seen Open Water, the sharks were curious. They was like, oh shoot, there's some people floating, nibble, nibble, nibble. But then like the reef, somebody's foot gets cut open and they just bleeding. And so then the sharks are like, oh snap, dinner time.
Right. Yeah, and I get that because where there's blood in the water, it's going to draw sharks.
Right. So what you're saying is it's not a singular shark movie not 47 meters down. What's the other one? The Shallows.
Yeah. It's got multiple sharks.
So when I say I don't feel like this is a quote unquote shark movie, is because from my perspective, the movie isn't built around the sharks. It's built around the plane crash.
Survival. That's what most besides
to add insult to injury, damn, not only do we gotta find our way off of this plane that just crashed, we gotta get past these sharks too that just happened to be here. So like Jaws was built around sharks. Megalodon was built around the shark. Like Under Paris, it's about a shark who just happened to show up into a place where it wasn't really supposed to be. So it's like, okay, now we got to deal with this shit being here. You know what I'm saying?
Now I get what you're saying. So like most shark movies are about the survival of who's stuck in the water. And then the shark,
This-
and then so even though you even so like the Requiem, they ended up in the middle of the ocean because of a typhoon. The shark didn't show up until an hour into the damn movie.
That was the one at the resort, right?
Yeah, like for real. It was like bling bling bling. Hey, there's some bad weather coming. Do y'all want to change rooms? And they was like, no, we good, we straight.
Nah, we good.
Swept into the ocean. And then an hour into the movie, the shark shows up. And that's only because her husband was bleeding into the water. And so then the shark shows up. And now all of a sudden, now it's become a shark movie.
If you ever want to watch a movie that makes you mad, you ever want to watch a movie that make you mad, watch that movie. Because the actual house gets separated from the whatever that thing is called.
On the little stakes.
Yeah, so they're like floating in the ocean. Trying to get back
in half a house, like they just in half a house, and then she's like, set a fire.
Where, stupid?
Set a fire.
So,
but no, I get what you're saying, Mo. It doesn't feel like a natural shark movie because if you watch Deep Blue Sea or you watch Jaws, those movies are wrapped around the shark being
the shark is
the
the
villain,
protagonist,
right? So in this movie, is they're trying to survive, and these sharks just showed up like, what's going on in here?
It was a movie that just happened to have sharks in it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody was British once again.
That's okay. Pip,
so
Cheerio and all that good stuff.
Chip Cheerio. So Ava is going on a trip with her boyfriend, Jed.
Wait, why do we use air quotes for boyfriend?
It didn't seem like a boyfriend.
She wasn't smashing Kyle.
Well, I knew that. I'm just saying they just
apparently he wasn't smashing Ava either because he was like, "Really? You brought the babysitter with you?" I was trying to clap cheeks with no interruptions, but you got, you know what I'm saying? You got the babysitter.
You got your homeboy with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too. Yeah, because Kyle definitely didn't bring no plus one.
Exactly.
Nah, he was the plus one.
Kyle was the plus one. But
and it wasn't her idea to bring her bodyguard with her.
It
her
was
dad
her dad.
is her dad's a politician.
Governor.
Yeah. You think I'm gonna send you away to Cabo with no security? You done lost your mind.
So this is what's crazy. They don't even say his name
to get him up out of there because he was like, "Do y'all really need me for real? Like, you grown." She could have sent him away then, but then she was like, "Nah," because I'd feel weird if you didn't come with us. So he was like, "All right, wait."
Shout out to my man.
Name was Brandon.
It was what now?
Brandon.
Okay, because in the credit, they give him no credits.
Brandon.
But shout out to Brandon. Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon because Brandon was the only one that I actually for a while. Lil Rosa.
Little Rosa. Leave that little girl alone.
Kids in horror movies, man. I don't like it.
But you could tell Brandon was a seasoned vet because his situational awareness was on 10 at all times.
Absolutely.
Like he saw the woman with the dog before we saw the woman with the dog. And she was around the corner. She was like, yeah, she probably the only one in here that could throw hands.
She probably vicious, but only to her husband.
So I'm like, as much as you don't want to have that chaperone raining in your parade and you trying to do young people activities, I mean, my man got eyes in the back of his head and he got to be able to think for y'all when y'all can't think for
y'all. In the famous words of Vivica A. Fox, what is the procedure when you have a gun to your head? Not really a gun, but a plane crash. Rather, sorry for skipping forward. But when
we good. Go.
When the plane crash.
Hold on, but I'm gonna let you continue. But did you say in the famous words of Vivica A. Fox?
Yes, he did.
From Set It Off.
Set It Off. She's not famous.
Brother, continue. Go ahead. Whatever. We just gonna. We're making up stuff now. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I'm not making up anything.
You making up a lot.
How did I make it up?
Because it's Vivica Fox, man. See how they killed her? Well, she wasn't famous enough to live in Independence Day 2, so apparently not.
I mean, they killed a lot of people in that goddamn movie. A lot of people,
Jesus.
A lot of people in that movie. They would kill the whole country.
Not the whole country.
Go ahead, man. Make your point.
Brother, I don't know. Maybe all right. Maybe I'm just saying. Maybe it's white folks. But I don't see me following protocol when the goddamn plane don't crash. I'm coming out my seatbelt and I'm panicking. You're not gonna keep me in my seat.
Why are you doing it? You gonna be the one that flew out the window.
No, I see when the plane crashed.
He said when the plane crashed, when it crashed, there was more than enough time for them to get up and get on the rafts and get out.
They were still.
Oh, okay. I mean,
like the doggone seatbelt sign was still on.
They sat there and watched the plane go underwater. There was more than enough
because it was
time.
only above water for like 30 seconds before it went down.
And just another thing, a plane would not sink that goddamn fast.
No,
it would take a minute. They would have had more than enough time to get on the emergency rafts.
And
then it would have been a whole different movie.
Hole in the side of the plane. Yeah. Now, mind you, I don't know if people pay attention to the way, like, because I watch a lot of Shark Week, I watch a lot of, Nat Geo and stuff like that. So you watch the way that sharks attack underwater. And majority of the time, like, the way that these sharks are attacking is like, sharks don't creep up on you like that, bro.
Apparently they do. Apparently they do. Apparently they do.
Yeah.
Creeping on the
they creep, and then when you turn around real fast, they disappear. You can't see them. I'm like, they swim backwards or something, like, because
there was a lot of uncharacteristic shark behavior in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everybody that did eventually, succumb to the circumstances deserved it. So, more so than not.
Let's talk about Brandon's death. I didn't understand.
It made me mad. It made me mad because why?
He just stood there like he was cool with it. Like he was just like, "Hey, I'm good. Don't worry. You're good. You're gonna be good without me." Yoink.
No, you're the only person that's capable of surviving in this.
Right. You were the main person that nobody wanted to come along, but then when disaster strikes, hey, brother, we gonna follow your lead. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he got clapped in the crash when he got jabbed with the shrapnel.
I thought he got stabbed.
I was like, damn,
he did. He got stabbed, and then because he went in the water.
Because he was at the front of the plane.
Right. He went in the water to go get the oxygen tank from the old dude that had it, and the shark attacked him through the hole, and then he had a gash in his side from when the shark got him, and then he just stood there. Was that his leg
or his side?
No, it was his side.
It was like
right here, up in here,
like right on his side, above his waist.
But it's the fact that he just stood there in the water and was just like, you know what?
Knowing that the blood is going in the water, Duke, you trash for that. So yeah, he knew his death was coming.
Right. He was just like, let me get this last. You and me, us never part. You gonna be all right.
Nobody watched TV in this movie. Nobody watched TV.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
But why? I mean, Tamika's point. Why would the person that knows the most about, everything that's going on?
What up, Shay?
Like,
why the long pause with the Duke?
I don't know. Shay, what's up, gorgeous? But why would the person that has the most skills amongst everybody? Why would that person sacrifice themselves? Like, hey, you could have passed along knowledge or something. Like you could have like made a strategy for everybody else, because you are the one.
You could have went up into the cabin, and Rosa's grandmama could have patched you up like she did everybody else.
See, and this is before they knew that she had been a combat nurse, and I was like, had Brandon known this information prior to him going into the water, like he could have lived, because she could have stitched him up.
Question, right? if all y'all was in this situation when you got cut up or whatever the case may be, and somebody offered to help, would you say to them, "Are you a nurse?"
What you mean be in a situation?
It's a scenario, brother. I know. I'm just saying, if you cut up and somebody's trying to help you, are you gonna stop them like, "Hey, you a nurse first of all? Are you a nurse? Are you certified to help me?"
I mean, I might, depending on what they're trying to do.
Drastic times call
Depending on
for
what they're trying to
drastic measures.
It depends.
I
It
don't
depends on what
care
they're trying
if
to do.
all you got
I
is a
don't
goddamn
listen.
Inspector Gadget Band-Aid. Let me get that.
I don't care if you wash dishes at the doggone Waffle House. Well, I'll tell you that Waffle House.
But I'm just saying though, if somebody say, "Hey, yo, I gotta cut the leg," I'm gonna ask you what kind of experience you
What
have with this.
qualifies you
Yeah,
to be
like,
cutting on me?
So
Like-
Rashad gonna be in there. What you gonna use?
What you about to do? Yeah, you got a
That's
license?
protocol.
You got a license? Yeah. Hey man, I'm just saying. Okay. So let's say, okay, let's put this in perspective. Let's say, okay, plane crash, boom. You get your leg caught with the strap metal, and they done cut like half your artery. So they gotta close off your artery. They gotta
amputate you.
Tourniquet.
Yeah, they gotta amputate, tourniquet, whatever. So they tell you, "Hey man, listen, I don't know, brother. I gotta take the leg." What you gonna say? You gonna say, "All right"?
First of all, if
you ain't gonna say, "All right," exactly.
If a random piece of shrapnel cuts into a artery, vein is different, but artery, you're gonna bleed out faster than they can figure that shit out.
Okay, whatever. I don't know.
But that's the thing.
I ain't been in battle.
See,
me
Rashad, you have a point because you're not finna sit here and tell me, "Hey, we gotta take the leg." We're not in the right setting for you to take the leg. Exactly. Now, if I was in a hospital bed and you like, "Hey, sir, we have to take the leg," damn. All right.
And that's a completely different environment.
Yeah,
so to Rashad's point, I get it. Like, we're in a situation. First of all, we don't even know if we're going to make it out of this situation alive. Fact. At the same time, who are you, random person I've never seen in my life, who is at a point where you can assess whether or not I need to keep my leg or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna at least ask a few questions.
What makes you certified to do this?
Oh man, you're a combat nurse? Okay, I feel a little bit better about this.
Hey, you know what's
now? You tell me you used to work at Walgreens.
The most realest part of this movie.
I'll take my chance.
When she cracked old boy arm back, he cussed out. Oh. That was the realest part of the movie, right there.
She was like, this gonna hurt. He was like, it already hurt. She was like,
you ever had a bone pop back in place?
She was like,
so before that, let's talk about Kyle's disrespect. The flight takes off. The whole movie. The flight takes off. They reach cruising altitude. Obviously, they're towards the back of the plane because soon as Emmanuel came out with the cart, they was already right there. I know his name's not Emmanuel. Leave me alone. So
his real name is actually Emmanuel.
Ava, who is clumsy up until it's time to survive, spilled something on the floor, and he gets down to pick it up. And Kyle was like, "Oh, it's okay. It looks like he's just spending time on his knees." And they're like, "Bro, did you really say that?" He's like, "Yeah, hey man, let me get a beer." He's, all right, spilled it on him. Like, "Oh, my bad." I was like, "Brother, you had that coming."
He gave him a little sassy look too.
Bro, the fact that this is crazy. The fact that nobody else on the plane survived except for these 6 people. Like everybody just.
It was only 6 people on the plane.
That's what it felt like.
Everybody either got sucked out the plane.
It was like 10 people because I seen one dude get right in between some seats.
And then the other dude, he got thrown out the plane trying to hold the other dude, and they both flew out with a stewardess or something. I don't know what it was.
And Granddad had the most secure seatbelt on the whole plane. Grandpa.
If a seat that's bolted to the floor gets snatched out, how did only 2 people get snatched out? Because that seat was gone.
Plot armor.
Okay.
Because
everybody else strong.
Because the only person that was in the front of the plane was Brandon, and somehow he survived. everything. was
Some people got
and was
magic powers.
able to miss the sharks that was eating on everybody else at first. But he also got his chest pierced or something pierced. You know, and blood. I don't know. You saw the injury, right? Everybody saw the injury?
Yeah.
He got okay,
Yeah,
so
from the
how
shark?
was no
No, we
when the
got
plane
that.
crashed,
Oh
he
yeah,
got hit in the chest. So I don't know what happened with that injury because that just disappeared. That's
yeah. He was holding it until he got into the water.
When he made his way back up to the part of the plane where everybody was at, he pulled the shrapnel out of his shoulder before he started saying, "Hey, we're in an airlock. We're fine. We don't have infinite oxygen. We're gonna need to fix that. But for right now, we're okay."
So once again, why is the person that knows the most about survival getting ready to sacrifice himself?
Because he knew he was bleeding the water. What up, JJ?
What's up?
But still,
that doesn't make sense.
Like Nika said earlier, he could have lived longer.
But this
he could have lived longer.
There's blood in the water regardless. There's bodies in the water. So regardless of his little bitty blood that's in the water, it's not gonna change anything.
Nah, he was. That gash looked pretty. That gash was like
no, this
gushing blood.
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's already blood in the water. So regardless if his blood is in the water, it's not gonna make a difference. They already coming. He came up there where they were. So he already brought the sharks. He was at. So why not stay? Why not stay and survive?
He monologued
as long as you can
before he died.
Right. So you wasted all that time and didn't give
just
no plans.
Like who? Who else did monologue before they died?
Samuel Jackson.
That's
he literally had
to
was Samuel Jackson.
Sam didn't know the shark was coming. Brandon did.
We're not gonna argue anymore. We're gonna close up.
I mean, that's basically what Brandon did. Brandon was like, "Hey, look, hey,
it's gonna be all right.
I try to oxygen. It's gonna be all right. Don't worry about me. You gonna live." And then get
over here.
It wasn't even a real shark because a real shark would have came back up and got everybody else because blood was already there. So they would have,
So Brandon gets clapped. So now it's just Rosa, Nana, Jed, Kyle, Ava, and the flight attendant.
Nelia.
So Jed, why is his name Jed? Why?
Okay, I was getting ready to say something about this. I said y'all gave the white boy Kyle.
Right.
Y'all gave the security guard
Brandon.
You named the black dude Jed.
He had to have been like black and Italian or something because there was big Jed energy coming from him the whole movie. Like
I didn't see.
What is big Jed energy?
I don't know. I just feel like the name fit his personality.
Jed?
His name should have been Brandon.
He acted like a Jed.
The bodyguard should have been named Jed.
You seem like a fella named Jed who would have a friend named Kyle.
Not a
That's crazy. But you get to the part of the movie where somehow everybody knows that there's sharks in the water because Brandon had just died like a few scenes prior. So Jed slips up somehow, some way, falls into the water in a weird way. And guess what happens? Shark. Now, why are they telling him? Why? See, this is what I don't understand. So in scary movies or horror movies or whatever you want to call them. So when something happens where somebody jumps into a body of water or wanders too far away from the group, it's like, hey, get back. Come on. No, shut up. Let him die. Shut up,
let him die.
Why you wasting oxygen? Because you shouldn't have to tell somebody in that situation.
Let him die.
You shouldn't have to tell somebody in that situation, hey, come back, get away from there. That scary place. It's hot over there. You're gonna burn yourself if you touch that. No, stupid. Bye.
And he said, hey, people start getting drowsy, they mean they're losing oxygen. Duh. What else is gonna happen when you can't breathe? You're smart.
What up, Bam?
Way to go, Bucko.
You can't breathe and get sleepy.
What's up, Bam?
It was after Brandon died. Now all of a sudden, Ava and Jed know so much about what's getting ready to happen in this plane. We got 3 to 4 more hours left before the oxygen runs out.
How you know?
And Duke's tablet just died.
And then Jed was like, the structure's not going to hold up that long. Bro, where was you when Brandon was
like,
explaining
how
all
do
this?
you know? He was like, look, I got my degree in engineering. At least if we was in a submarine, we'd be protected by 3 inches of metal. This is made out of the aluminum foil that they use to cover the food at the barbecue.
You know what? I can't.
He started talking about, I'm an engineer. I know that you ain't never dealt with a plane dropping into the water. You've never dealt with a plane going into the water, and
this ain't part of the exam when you in college,
right?
Okay, so there's a plane in the middle of the water, in the bottom of the ocean. How long does it take before it gets crushed?
Train B and Train A on the same like, bro, if you don't shut up. See, that's why I said.
Again, where was Ava and Jed when Brandon was explaining, when everybody was freaking out and Jed was explaining, hey, we're in an airlock, we're fine, the integrity of this plane is da 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 da. Where was Jed then?
He wasn't nowhere. But it's funny because Ava, wasn't she like she was going to law school, right?
She was going to law school. Yeah.
Okay, so how
to be a pro bono lawyer?
How engineer? Okay, law school. What was Kyle going for?
To party.
It just doesn't seem like they were running to the same circles.
Baby.
Kyle lied on his resume.
Kyle definitely lied on his resume because Kyle had no.
Kyle ended up in college because his daddy went to the same college, and they was like, you gotta let him in.
He's on the hall. It's his hall.
So at this point, they try to put together a plan of action, try to search the plane for supplies, looking for oxygen, looking for wetsuits, looking for whatever they can get their hands on to increase their chances of survival. So Jed, I'm gonna get to you in a second, First Lady, is looking in the overhead compartments where he slips and falls into the water and loses a leg.
Instantly loses a leg.
Go ahead, First Lady.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't know who's gonna be packing scuba diving gear to go to Cabo. Who packs scuba diving gear to go to Cabo?
To go snorkeling?
Not even to go snorkeling.
No.
Who does that?
No. Or even if you are going to go, you're not packing that.
You're not bringing a scuba tank onto or
a
none
plane.
Of that. On a plane. You're not bringing none of that.
That's not considered
you get it
oxygen.
in Cabo.
It's not considered oxygen.
So, like I said, Jed slips, falls into the water. Shark just happened to be in the area and was like,
right there.
Shit, we got motion.
Right there. He was right
got
there.
Action.
He was right there.
I see legs.
You ain't see a fin the whole time. But all of a sudden, as soon as he hit that, well, I said, okay.
And
whatever.
he lost his leg in the most convenient place.
Mm-hmm.
Like right at the thigh. Most people lose it below the knee.
Snapped his joint so fast. Jed didn't even know he lost his leg. He just thought he got bit.
He said, man.
So when Nana hit him with the tourniquet, he was, and I thought he was just joking.
He said, I can't feel
because his friend Kyle does that a lot. So he was like, "Hey man, I can't feel my foot," and everybody's just looking around like, "Who will tell?"
You hit him with a Forrest Gump.
Apparently, he didn't even look down in his own leg yet.
Bubba, it ain't it.
So Nana was
you
like,
ain't got no legs, Lieutenant.
You don't feel your foot because you ain't got it no more.
This is where you needed Major Payne from David Wayne playing Major Payne. Bubba, you gotta turn around, kick your legs.
Hey, want me to teach you a little trick? Take your mind off that foot.
Yeah.
Jim, I can't feel my foot.
I had to rewind that part 3 times because I thought he was joking.
Nah, he wasn't joking.
He was playing.
He said, "Hey man, I can't feel my foot." So here, so
But he was here.
so I gotta jump ahead a little bit on this one. I have to, because Nana strapped his leg up almost immediately after the shark bite. Did he lose blood? Yes, but she treated him quick enough where he didn't lose much.
But he still went into shock. So that's the problem. Is him going into shock.
He didn't go into shock. He went into death.
Yeah,
he went into shock and then he died. He was like, oh.
That man.
So when Nana was like, oh no, I was like, how?
It went so fast.
The shock killed him. Not the losing of blood, him going into shock. That's probably why she said, oh no. She was like, oh no.
Bro, how?
I mean, when they was pulling him out of the water, he was looking down. He saw his leg was gone.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he was looking up at the person that was pulling him out of the water, but he wasn't. He was looking down at his non-existent foot.
Like, hey man, I can't feel my foot. You messing with me right now, right?
You're joking, right?
And then here goes the corny back and forth joke with Jed and Kyle. And Kyle, because Jed gonna look at Ava and be like, well, I guess there goes my dreams of winning the triathlon. And then here come Kyle. Hey man, at least you'll meet your weight loss goals. But when Nana did the phone book trick to his arm, I was like, yeah, I hope you feel every bit of that.
Oh, he did.
Because the sound effect that they used when she snapped it, I was like, yeah, you deserve that one, big dog. And you know what? I didn't like Jed's facial expression when he was in excruciating pain. I was like, it was a lot of times in this movie, I felt like people weren't as scared as they needed to be.
No.
Like, I can tell you are pretending to act like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do in this situation.
You know who was one of them? The little girl. Now, I don't know what the direction that was given to her. No, other than that, she did an amazing job. But I don't know what direction she was given to her. But and Mo said it as well. Like there are times where at least like either the background actors or the main actors didn't show enough emotion in the scene. So it was like, oh, I'm not really terrified. Like when Samuel Jackson got bit up by that shark, boy, they lost their mind. And it went on for a while. But it's like stuff happens
even
them,
that
and it's
was
like
uncharacteristic shark behavior, but hey.
Oh, them sharks was like superhuman. I mean, they were like super. Them was super sharks. So of course that was they were like, yeah, you keep messing with our brain, about to show your ass.
So contrary to popular belief, when people talk about the way you should behave when you're in water and you're accompanied by a shark, you hear people say it all the time. You see videos on it all the time. If you're in the water, whether you're swimming, snorkeling, scuba diving, whatever, you see a shark, remain calm. If it comes up to you, just place your hand on his head, guide it in the other direction. Now, a lot of people think that's cap, but the opposite of that is those same people will tell you, if you see a shark and you panic and you try to swim away and you act like the shrimp and the fish and the lobster and the crabs and everything that the shark eats, if you behave like the food the shark eats, it's going to treat you like food. That's why you have to remain calm, Rashad.
So, brother, I'm gonna ask you a question. Just man to man. This man to man, you know. Mika, you can sit this one out because I'm just talking to him real quick. Brother, let me ask you a question. I don't know how many shark incidents you done been in, I've been involved in. You know, zero. Okay, that's good.
I plan to keep it that way.
I hope you do. I hope you do, bro. You know, I would enjoy it if you do. But at what point? So let's say you reach your hand out, right? You miss a step. Let's say you don't reach it all the way out to the point where you're supposed to. I don't think that's gonna work. I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying. Experts are always doing that, but they're trained. They're trained people. We ain't trained with no sharks, brother. We don't know if it's the right. See, that's the thing. I've never seen them do that with a great white.
So
it'd be little nurse sharks.
People are always going to tell you to remain calm. Now, if it works, it works. If not, hey, that's unfortunate.
You know how many pit bulls that jumped on me where I thought I'm.
But see, a pit bull is an animal that will attack you whether you do all the right things or not. It's really up to the animal. But what was realistic as it pertains to the information that I just gave, when the shark was coming towards Ava, what did she do? She remained calm. She chilled. The shark pulled up on her, was like,
that was plot armor. That was some plot
and went on about his business because she did not act like food. Now, when the second one came, she started panicking because she was like, "Okay, I need some air. I gotta breathe, nigga. I gotta get out of here, cuz." So she got up out of there before the second one came in.
Why didn't that one chase her? Because it saw her.
Because she didn't act like food.
He was like, gang, gang.
So I was like, okay,
homie vouch for you.
Sharks can't see that good anyway. So
no, that's right. They can't see you until they right up on you.
I don't.
So you start making a lot of frantic movement, the shark gonna be like, "Oh, it's lunchtime."
It attract the movement, the way, like if you give,
it's damn near like a T-Rex.
Yeah, if you panic, you're giving off like a signal of an injured animal, and that's what they go after. Ain't nothing healthy.
I got one thing. One thing that absolutely made me mad in this was when the little girl was like, "Oh yeah, sharks don't like bubbles." Shark is on his way to eat everything that's in front of him right now. They did the little bubble trick. Shark disappeared. Where did he go? Because it was a little
back
corridor.
out the hole in the side of
How? Sharks can't swim backwards.
So they had to turn around, okay?
No.
That man busted a U-turn, okay?
No.
I mean, that's the only explanation I have. It busted a U-turn. Like, oh shit, bubbles.
Oh shit, bubble.
I said,
I don't know, bro.
But why? They never even explained why sharks don't like bubbles.
Apparently, it's a real thing. I just fact checked it. Apparently, it's a real thing.
I get you. I get all the facts and everything. I just rather not put myself in a situation where I gotta learn those things.
I think it's because they're like, there's air breathers over there. Leave them alone.
Well, they could think that that's one of the tricks that them orcas be doing.
That's true.
Because boy,
that's true.
Because when I tell you sharks are scared of orcas, boy, they
nigga,
hey,
scared of everything.
You got to be dog.
Here comes Tyrone again. Especially if you rich with a yacht right now.
Just gonna be Tyrone.
Orcas run up on you like.
There was just a young lady who was victim of a shark attack in the South Padre Island, Texas, where if you saw the video, Buddy bit her whole calf muscle off.
And she got.
And as the person was videotaping other people at the beach pulling the young lady to shore, he panned to the left. It was two dorsal fins swimming side by side, going back out to the water. And as much as I hated to see that lady had to go through that, in my mind, I was like, she shot a shark. She probably panicked and tried to swim away like food. Now, it sucks that sharks were up that close to shallow water because that is just a trash experience.
See, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. What about the people that are attacked that are not moving?
Like I just said previously.
In the water?
Yeah, just standing in the water.
Like I just said previously. First of all, it's hard to keep your cool when you're in a situation you've never been in before. it's way too easy to panic. So, like I said previously, even if you do all the right things, if it works, cool. If it doesn't work, it's unfortunate because it's
I'm
not a
just stabbing
100
the eye
because
like
it's not a
LL Cool.
100% success rate.
I think the people that just standing in the water and get their pinky toe bit off by a shark is just because you was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the shark panicked because it ran into you.
We learned our whole lives from we were 5 years old. When there's a fire, you do 3 things: stop, drop, and roll. I'm
That's
pretty
stupid.
sure there are instances of people who stopped, dropped, and rolled, and it didn't work. But that's what we're taught to do.
Because that's stupid. Because what if it's
But
fire?
but that's
What if
what
it's
we're
fire
taught to do.
around you? If it's fire around you, that's a stupid thing. That's why I feel like every case is a different, like, it's like a different scenario. So like if you were a great white, I doubt putting your hand out and trying to turn this thing around it's gonna work. Like you need to like
Just
come up
stay
with a
calm
different.
and try to stay out of the way. Don't try
It's
to
a great white,
redirect it.
brother. But you know how wild a great white is.
Just like what's another one? What's another one? How many animals are there where they tell you to try to make yourself seem bigger than what you are to get the animal to leave you alone?
Oh, like a bear?
They tell you that do it for a bear. They tell you to do that for
That's
a
what
bear.
or either make yourself
How
big
do
or play dead. Like
You
if
ain't
you
playing
do
dead
it
with
and
no
it
bear.
works, cool. You got lucky, my nigga, because bears are savage. Now,
Whoever
if it don't
said
work, it's
play
like,
dead with a
that's
bear
big.
is crazy.
No, that's what they used to tell people. Like they said you either gonna make yourself bigger than the bear. That's normally if you're dealing with a cub. But if the bear is bigger than you, you're supposed to lay down on the ground and pretend that you're dead.
You ever seen the movie The Revenant?
Oh no, that bear was out for revenge. He was out for blood.
Now, if it's brown, stand your ground. That's what they say. If it's black, get ready for the attack. And if it's white, say good night.
Right, because polar bears are the most savage bears.
You don't play dead with a black bear. You only play dead with a brown bear.
No, you're supposed to stand your ground with a black bear.
Lay on the
with
ground,
a brown bear.
I'm gonna lay on the ground. That's what I'm gonna do.
If it's a brown
ain't
bear,
gonna be
yeah.
Me. I'm be.
Don't worry about it.
But like,
no, wait, is it the other way around? Is it black fight back, brown stand your ground, and white good night?
Okay, now all of these sound like I'm gonna die. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
but they say that for other animals too.
Fight back, dead.
Because there was a guy who recorded a video of himself getting chased in the mountains by a leopard or something. And I mean, for every
first of all,
wild animal encounter,
why is there a leopard where you at?
I don't remember what it was, but it was a big cat, and it was like
if it's brown, lay down.
Yeah. It said if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good.
That's crazy.
Okay, try to fight. I want to see you fight a brown bear. Have you seen the paws on a brown bear?
No. If it's brown, lay down. You don't fight the brown ones.
No,
you lay down for the brown one. The black one is the black one is
lay down if you want to. It's gonna turn you into a burrito. You better run as fast.
No matter what it is,
don't turn your back.
You're not gonna outrun a bear.
A certain set of instructions.
You gotta run back. You gotta face the bear.
If you get if you run into this animal, do this. If you run into this animal, do this. If you get approached by this animal, do this. And it's all fine and dandy. But when you've never been put in that situation before, there's no guarantee that you're going to immediately remember your training in that situation.
Facts. If it's brown, what do I do?
Yeah, brother, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna start praying.
So they're in the airlock.
Brother, hold on.
Jed loses his leg.
Hold on,
and is now unalive. So now it's just.
Hold on one second, brother. Oh, I just want to show Mo something.
What you want to show me for?
I just want to show you something, brother. Tell me one thing. Who is no? I am calling my family and telling them I'm not coming home.
The bear ain't gonna give you enough time to make a call.
I'm gonna do something. I gotta go on FaceTime. That's crazy. You see how big, brother? That's the size of his head. It's gonna take one swipe.
Dead. Hashtag dead.
Mm-mm.
No coming
So
back.
Jed loses his leg and his life. So now it's just Rosa, Nana, Kyle, Roberto, and
Not his
and
name
Ava.
his name is Danilio.
And Ava. So Eduardo was like, hey, if you take this flare and go down the baggage thing, it's a duffel bag in there that got some stuff in it. So they all get draped up in the stuff. And so they open it. Ava opens the bag and was like, it's only 4 sets of gear in here. So Kyle is no longer Jed's best friend at this moment. At that moment, Jed was still alive. And Kyle was like, hey, we ain't got to worry about giving one to him because he ain't going to make it. I'm like, wasn't that your homeboy?
Nope.
Not no more.
In survival situations, no. That is not. Yes, Rashad.
Who did those 4 masks belong to? Because there wasn't enough people on the plane for them to be there.
That's what I said.
For the flight attendants.
Who was going to Cabo with all this gear?
Man, that stuff was already on the plane.
It wasn't enough people. It wasn't even enough like families or people on there that had.
Look, it was 4 flight attendants
in
on
a
the
water
plane.
crash to use your seat as a flotation device.
That's how that
ain't work.
speaks to the lack of passengers on that plane.
Or what about the vest underneath your seat?
The two pilots had what they needed in the cockpit. There was only 4 flight attendants. It was on the plane for the 4 flight attendants.
None of the stuff that was supposed to come out during the plane crash came out.
Right, where was the boat?
Except for the mask, which the granddaddy was trying to. The granddaddy was trying to put on.
You know the little raft. They could have deployed that and rode it all the way up to the surface.
They probably could have.
And then whose idea was it to send a chopper out there with a quarter tank of gas?
First of all, how do you not come back for the dead scoop of people? Oh yeah, they're
they were about to run out of gas. He was like, hey man, the gas light just came on. We gotta go.
I want to know what experts they were, because Mo, they didn't do your trick. They just died.
Them scuba, they was trying to warn them in the plane.
How you get stuck up on by a shark? How you let this? That was the clearest water I've ever seen in my life. How you get stuck up on?
And where'd the other diver go?
They never say.
Right.
He was
never say.
The other diver had to get clapped because.
Oh wait, they found him. He
was in the plane.
Ava and Sarah.
Rosa.
Rose. There you go.
Rosa.
Rosa, Sarah, something. But they find him at the front of the plane when they're getting out.
How he make it to? Never mind. Shut up.
Clapped.
Good day. Now,
so,
how he died?
So what was we at?
Nana basically, they was about to go up to the top, and Nana was like, "Hey, look,
Jed
dog."
got clapped. Rosa was talking about sharks don't like bubbles, and then there was a point where Kyle started panicking, and he was like, "Yeah, I remember a time where I had to hold my breath for like 2 minutes." And Ava was like, "Well, shit." So obviously, you can hold your breath long enough for us to get out of this plane and make it to the top. Yeah, so then that's when Rosa said that she was an excellent swimmer. And Nana was like, shit, I was breaking records back at the crib, you know what I'm saying, on the swimming tip. Was she capping though? I guess we'll never know. Because when it was time to put the plan into action for everybody to leave the plane, she didn't even try.
Well, she said
she wanted to be with her husband. She said, I don't want to slow y'all down. I'm old.
I'm going down with this plane.
My husband here.
I'm going to see Hank.
Yeah, he take long.
You not only said that you were a capable swimmer, obviously because you probably taught Rosa how to swim, your granddaughter. You said you broke records
Mm.
at your school in swimming. But
It
when
was
it's
only like 3
time
people
to
that wanted that
swim,
school.
you did everything but swim.
Nah,
was
she
on-
was hoping that Kyle would have died between the time that they were supposed to go and he didn't. So she was like, damn, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold y'all up. And plus, I feel like Kyle should have died first.
So when she was giving that speech and then looked at Abel and was like, you watch after my granddaughter, right? In my mind, I'm thinking she's going out first. Like, let me go first. If I get clapped, I get clapped to watch after my granddaughter for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, what was that for? So they put the plan together that, hey, we got to find the scuba diver that got clapped and use his equipment. So we got to go in the water. You see the water. I mean, if you see a shark, hit him with the bubble gun. So the shark pulls up, they hit it with the bubble gun.
Where
Ava's
did the
going.
bubbles come
Rose
from
is
again?
right behind her. Kyle and Enrique was behind them. And then Kyle did a U-turn and was like, nah, bro, I can't do this, bro. I can't do this, bro. Shark was like, what? I know what you finna do. Get clapped.
Where did the bubbles come from again?
The canisters.
Hey
They
Mo,
had
by the way,
canisters back.
God damn, that was racist.
I'll let you know.
So Kyle gets clapped,
Everybody's supposed to be called.
which he made it too far in the movie anyway.
Kyle should have died.
Kyle should die in a
gets
plane crash.
clapped, and Ava was like, where he at? And Enrique was like, so she was like, all
He
right,
was like, what?
you hit the oxygen, I hit the oxygen. We're gonna hit the oxygen 3 more times and then we're gonna go out.
Why did she stay back again?
Who, Nana?
No, Ava. Because remember, she let them two go.
She let them go first.
Right.
And then when she was gonna go, that's when Debo came. And Debo was like, what's happening, cuz? Oh, you good? All right, I'm gonna go this way. So Debo leaves. She was like, all right, let me get off the plane before Debo come back. Here come Debo cousin. And then that's when she was like, well, shit, I gotta get to the front of the plane to get out of his way.
So were
But
there
then
like
the plane started falling down. And
tremors or anything that made this plane just start shifting down? Because
Nah, it
well,
was
the
sitting on the edge
plane
of
was
the cliff.
already leaning at an incline.
Yeah.
And then the
It was just
nose of
waiting.
the plane broke off and fell.
Yeah,
Which
like the
made the
Titanic.
water enter the rest of the plane much faster. So I was like, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, like the Titanic.
gotcha. Okay.
The
So
band was playing as the ship went down.
So
Yeah, they
at that
should've been a
point,
band.
I was like, as much as Ava is the main character, this is the part where she doesn't make it, because the drag of the plane is going to pull her down with it, even though she did her life jacket for her to float up. The weight of that plane is pulling everything down with it, and she had to dodge the wing as the plane was going down. I was like, it's going to drag her, but then by the time she was able to get back floating, I was like, okay, maybe she's going to end up passing out and being unconscious, but if she gets to the top fast enough, she'll eventually come back.
Man,
so I was like, okay,
her
she's not
eardrums would have busted.
That's why I was like, brother, I don't know. Is she
Her
like
eardrums would have busted.
an amazing
too.
Oh yeah, her eardrums definitely should have.
because she was only out. What's up, Key? She was only out for maybe
Hey, Kiana.
a full 30 seconds to a minute before she got to the top.
Yeah, she
Her and
passed
Mr.
out.
Tibbs.
Oh yeah, because she found the stuffed animal.
What was
Matter of fact,
that stuffed animal called?
Wait.
Don't say it, Rashad, because I said the same thing when I heard it. Oh, you found Mr. Tibbs. Hold on, flag on play. What?
Wait. This shit just reminded me of something.
I'm about to press it.
So
hold on.
This just reminded me of something. Initially, when Brandon was giving everybody the brief, about what was going on and what they had to do to remain calm and stay alive. He was like, it was a buddy was down there while I was sitting at, had the medical oxygen mask. Let me go down there and get it. So before he turns around to go get it, Nana was like, if you see my husband, can you grab his cap? And he turned around and was like, lady, are you serious? Are you fucking for real, lady?
She
He don't
needed
go
that.
nowhere without the hat. Apparently he does.
She shut up. The
He was like, are you fucking for real, lady? And I was like, I don't know what you snapping for because you know you're going to get the lady hat. Because you know it means something to her.
He got it and threw it at her. It's a goddamn man.
Yeah, here you go.
I'm bleeding. It's goddamn man.
Rosa had to have Mr. Tibbs and Nana had to have Hank's cap.
Yep, and she went down.
He was like, yeah, I had this cap back in 88 in Iraq. That's why
maybe
I
Ava went back for Nana.
Hmm?
Maybe Ava stayed back for Nana.
She didn't.
That would have made more sense. She actually tried to bring her along, and Nana was like, no, just go.
Let's be real. Ava should have died.
I mean, her lungs should have collapsed.
She should have been pulled down with a plane.
That too.
So there's that.
It'd have been cool if she like grabbed the back of the shark and it's like, Falcor!
She turned into Aquaman and just blurted up. Oh,
so
man.
yeah, this whole entire movie was based around surviving a plane crash, and having two sharks there just added insult to injury. Like that just was just an unfortunate. Like, damn! Not only are we underwater, I mean, there just happen to be two sharks out there too. Like, damn, that's crazy.
I would have liked to have a little bit more shark in the movie. A lot more people in the movie.
Like being trapped in an airlock underwater is already scary enough.
Yeah.
Now, once we get out, we got to dodge these niggas too. It's crazy.
Somebody got to go.
Somebody
did. Somebody did was Nana.
Everybody but A. And then Ava was like, hey, I got your teddy bear back for you. She was like, fuck that bear.
You know what? I don't even need it no more.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna throw it back in the water and let him be with Nana.
I would have threw her back in the water. Go be with your nana and your granddaddy.
My life to get that damn teddy bear.
Go be with your nana and granddaddy. Bye.
Oh,
bye.
Another Kyle moment. So
not another Kyle moment.
So in the beginning of the movie, there was a conversation about marriage. Because as everybody was boarding the plane, Rico's co-worker was like, look at them. How long do you think they've been together? Because they just so happy. And then she was like, are you going to get married? He was like, nah, I'm too young. But like I said, once they were trapped in that airlock, Kyle was like, or somebody was like, well, what are you going to do once we make it out? If we make it out. He was like, I'm going back home and I'm marrying my partner. And Kyle was like, your partner, huh? And he was like, you better choose your next words wisely. And he still made a joke. He was like, I wouldn't go say nothing. I wouldn't go get smart. I'm just going to say he's a lucky guy. Yeah, so at first, he was like, no, I'm too young to get married. But he was like, shit, if I make it out of this, I'm putting a ring on as soon as I get back to the crib.
Hey. Kyle was gay, wasn't he?
I don't think he was.
You sure?
I think he was homophobic.
You sure? Because when he was about to maybe call this man Enrique.
Danilo.
God, man. When him and Danilo were talking, right? He was telling them about, because it seemed like he was like, oh, what you doing after this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can kind of like, but I don't know. maybe not. Maybe not. But I thought he was trying to come on to him a little bit.
Oh, you think he was fishing? What you doing after this?
That's because that's is when like it'd be like a situation like that, and it's like a dude putting up a girl, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
what you doing after this shark attack?
buy this, you
This
know what I'm
plane
saying? Like,
crash.
what you got going on? Nothing.
If we make it out, like what you got going?
I'm saying, like, what you got? You got something to do? Like on Thursday?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? You trying to meet up somewhere? Get some drinks.
Like, I know a little spot over in America. What's up?
So I went on a whole rant talking about what was realistic in this movie. First of all, I'm gonna give the two of you the opportunity to express what pissed you off the most in this movie, and then I'm gonna go.
I already said one. It was a bubble scene because the shark just disappeared.
You did say bubbles, Mika. What pissed you off the most in this movie?
I can't feel my foot.
You want to know what mine is? They've been underwater for at least 30 minutes. Somebody does this. Damn, we ain't got no reception.
Jed looked at Ava and was like, "We ain't got no reception."
No, you don't.
Brother, you ain't nowhere near a cell phone tower.
Even if you was, you're in the bottom of the ocean.
Oh yeah, you're at least what were they like? At least 100 feet. Yeah,
you know bars down here, cuz.
Well, Aquaman at? Let's find Aquaman.
Not where's Aquaman at?
Oh man. So Mika G, what are you rating this movie here?
I'm gonna give it 2.5.
Oh, there you go. 2.5 out of 5. Mo, what are you giving this? Huh? Mo giving it a 2, a 2. What'd you say?
Only give it 2.5 because just the fact of being trapped in a plane with sharks swimming around waiting for their next meal, that's a little different. It's not your typical shark movie where everybody just you're floating on the surface.
I'm gonna give it a 2. I would rather there had been a lot more sharks. And I'm still mad that Brandon died so early and Kyle lived longer.
Kyle should have died first.
But I guess they didn't go with the typical death, because if you really think about like horror movies, Kyle would be the one that would go first. Like in most movies,
it would have been Jed first because he's black.
Kyle wouldn't win first.
Well,
it'd have been Jed.
Kyle wouldn't win first because
he would have been one of the first.
If you go back to I forget the name of the movie, but it was a horror movie that we were watching in October when Mika gave us that lineup of movies.
Talking about Evil Dead.
Buddy who opened the book.
Evil Dead.
It was Evil Dead.
He lived a lot longer in that movie than I would have liked him to, because he was giving, I'm going to do whatever I want in this situation, regardless of what y'all say, if y'all tell me to do it or not. I'm going to sneak off and do it. That was his energy the whole movie. So when he opened the book, I was like, this nigga's going to get everybody killed.
Usually.
And then turned into a boss fight zombie when he got turned over. Like, they couldn't just clap him. Like, he was a boss fight. Like, not only were you annoying as a human, now that you're dead, you're even more annoying. So no, Kyle wouldn't have went first.
So okay, so according to like horror like elements that have to be there for it to make it a horror movie, I feel like this was missing like a few of those.
So this technically isn't a horror.
It's a thriller.
It's a thriller. Yeah,
it's a thriller.
Like if this was a horror, it would be it would be along the lines of like Deep Blue Sea, where the sharks are coming regardless. Like regardless if the plane had crashed or not. Or
See,
I'll say this: if the sharks would have came as soon as the plane hit the bottom, they'd have been like,
right.
"Ooh, what y'all doing in here?"
Hey, y'all got that popcorn?
If there were more sharks in
y'all
this
gonna eat
movie,
these
it
two in the
definitely
front?
made it a horror.
So okay, so what would have we'll each go. What would have made this better for you, Mika? Like what would have sent this above the top to give you like a better rating?
I think if number one, if they would have kept Brandon around for just a little bit longer, just even though he had the cut in his side, like let him die from that, not from being attacked, but not from being pulled back into the water by a shark.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it would have been a little bit better if we had Brandon just a little bit longer. And then once he actually explained, like, hey, we need to do this, this, and this. But nobody thought about this scuba diving gear when we first hit the bottom of the plane. I mean, the ocean. Nobody thought about this.
Right.
Y'all waited until we were like an hour away from losing oxygen. But oh, you know what? The scuba diving gear down in the bottom of the plane.
Right.
And then she got scared by an octopus. Was like, oh shit.
Right. Like, I mean, I think whoever wrote this movie didn't read their script and go back and be like, you know what? Damn, why are they just now finding the scuba diving gear? Why wouldn't they mention this gear at the beginning when the plane first hit the bottom of the ocean?
The guy who wrote the director of the movie is from Switzerland.
Sounds about right.
I think this also would have been better if they actually got out of the plane. I mean, I know it's called No Way Up, but I think if they would have got out of the plane and actually made it to the surface, and then it became like every other shark movie that ever is, like we just floating, and then all of a sudden, did you feel that? I felt something brush past my leg.
I hated that.
What would have made the movie better for me is if there was more intensity.
There should be more arguing amongst the passengers.
It had to be more intense. The sharks had to be more intense. The shark attacks had to be more intense. Everybody's emotions should have been more intense. Like for instance, Rashad, as much as you hate Under Paris, the scene where they were under the city going through the catacombs, and old girl was trying to convince everybody that the sharks aren't the problem, we are. And everybody's down there in that little round section of the tunnel, and the old girl jumps in the water and was like, see, this dog don't bite. And then when the shark started clapping people, it was the intensity that made that scene what it was. It was super intense. So it's like there has to be a certain level of intensity that makes certain things believable. Like, because if the movie is going to be a thriller, in my opinion, there has to be intensity.
So I would say, like, for me, and both of y'all kind of touched on like things I was thinking. So when it comes to like movies like thrillers, horrors, or survival movies, period, you have to have that one protagonist that you root for at all times. Did we really care about if Ava survived or not? Like, did we really, like, nobody cared.
No.
So like,
I want the little girl to make it though.
Yeah, because she's a little girl. But if she was a little, she was 2 years older, you would gave it a.
If she was like a teenager, I'd like kill that little.
Like, dang, bro, bye, see you. But no, like, so there was no protagonist to like root for in this situation. Like Deep Blue Sea, you had LL Cool J and the shark guy. So like, you were really rooting for them to survive, even towards up until the end, and they did. Like, this didn't have that moment where I feel like it kind of chugged along, and there was never a time where like, hey, we're arguing. This is like, this person steps up to be the dominant person in the situation. Hey, this is what we're going to do. Hey, this is the plan guy. And it's not because it has to be centered around a male figure. Like, it could be like, you know, a woman in that situation, which this could have done, but you didn't write her in a way where anybody took what she was saying, or anybody took, because she basically came up with the plan. but like you really didn't care. Like if she died doing them little bubbles up to the surface, everybody would be like, "Oh, that's sad." But but even like when she survived, you like, "Oh, okay, plot armor." So it was never like a time where you took that one singular character and you made her the focal point of this movie. And I think like that's what happened. Like it was just a lot of like, "Oh, we're gonna throw this in there. Oh, this happens. Oh, this happens. Oh, this character. Oh, that character." But it was never like a time where it was like, "Okay, this is our main protagonist. We're gonna make sure that we focus everything, filter everything to her." She has a flashback where her dad is taking her swimming. She has, a flashback of snorkeling one day. I don't know, whatever.
And coming across a shark.
Yeah, something. But it's like you
Because
never
what
got
happened
that
to her
moment.
mom?
Exactly. It was a drowning situation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was never a flashback
They
to
talked
that.
about her mother drowning, but they didn't really go
They
into
also talked about her father too, and you don't know who he is.
Right.
But there was never a time where they made her the focal point of the movie, and I think like that's like what happens when you take a character and you just throw them in like into this. It becomes a movie of. You ever seen Poseidon? The Poseidon Adventure?
When the boat flipped upside down.
Yeah. So while that does this better, and the reason why is you take the I can't think of the guy's name. I keep wanting to call him Matthew McConaughey's little brother, but I know they're not related.
Wilson?
No. I think his name is Dennis something. Dang, I can't even think of his name. Now I'm not be able to. Nicky, you don't know his name. Josh Lucas. So Josh Lucas's character is what Ava's character should have been. Like he knows ships. That's all he said. I know ships. I don't know how to survive. I know how to survive. But you had that character that Kurt Russell played. So Brandon could have been the one that passed along the information to Ava that she needed to survive in the situation. You know what I'm saying? But it just kind of felt like, oh, it just happened. So it's okay. Like, but it just kind of felt like once she made it past the ship and then survived after that, nothing that could kill her. Like she survived, and I was like, oh well, maybe like it would have been dope if you'd had like sharks circling around her if she's getting rescued, but that didn't happen. But even then, you've been like, well, she survived all that. They're not gonna kill her now. So it's like, I don't know. It just, I feel like they should have built her character up a little better, and then they should have had a lot more intense moments. And Brandon should have definitely been like a more focal point in the movie. So I definitely think that would have made it a lot better.
Y'all should have had him all the way to the end, and then had the sharks take him down.
Yeah, he just died. If he just died because of injuries, okay, I get it. But it's just
like have him all the way to the end. Like when he like instead of Ava being the person that stays behind, he stays behind. You know what I'm saying?
And he has to pass that along to her.
Right. And then he goes down with the plane, because he ends up being Nana. You know what I'm saying? Nana should have been gone with G-Dog. But and then you should have made Brandon the medic in this situation, right? Stitching people up, making sure, getting people right. But then once it gets to the end, Brandon's the one that stays behind. And Ava's like, no, I can't leave without you. And he's like, go, girl. I saved you. I got you this far. You gonna be fine without me. We got that speech I said at the beginning of the movie.
Emotional exchange.
You would have actually cared about her surviving. Like,
right.
But I say one of the elements that he did nail on the head is when you have a character that you learn to love and a character that you love to hate, they always get rid of the character you learn to love, and the character that you love to hate always lives longer. And I've used this example before. One of my favorite shows is The Walking Dead. Season 2 introduces Negan.
Brother, I told
season after season after season after season after season, I wanted to see Negan die the worst death possible. But when you keep that person that you hate alive,
Aemon
it
Targaryen.
keeps
I'm sorry.
you wanting to watch it because you can't wait to see that person meet their demise. So
Aemon.
you got to keep the person that you love to hate around so that it pulls you along because you're going to keep watching
Christian Cole.
until they get clapped. So
Allison Hightower.
unfortunately, Kyle had to live as long as he did because it's like I can't wait to see what happens to him.
I didn't give a damn about his death. No way, boy. You should have died at the beginning. You right in between some seats.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
Stupidest death ever.
Wasting my damn oxygen. You could have stayed.
Because what kind
Nana,
of sharks
come
are those?
on.
What are those Makos?
Yes.
That's even worse.
Well, they look like Makos. I think they're great white. So
those couldn't have been great whites.
let's see.
And you held on to that beer the whole time? Because that was one of the last things he did before he was like, all right, let me make my way through to get off the plane. He was like, let me drink this last beer.
Yeah.
Wait,
Tiger sharks.
what?
They're tiger sharks.
Those are some small tigers. I'll tell you that. They look like the size of Makos.
Yep. They're tiger sharks.
Yeah. I mean, here's what it is though.
Tiger sharks are not normal. They don't normally.
They don't.
They don't normally.
They don't.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, they do. They're second to great whites for attacking humans, but it's rare.
Yeah. Well, when a great white because you're gonna miss a limb, something. Yeah. But tiger sharks are also they ain't gonna take off a leg.
And tiger sharks are considered ground sharks.
Yeah.
Would they be in that part of the ocean?
No, because they are the ones that usually do the like when and anytime like there's a shallow like attack or something like close to the shore, those are usually tiger sharks.
Yeah, they should have used great whites for this movie.
It was probably the one down in South Padre Island in Texas. That might have been a tiger shark.
Or even, black tip sharks, white tip sharks. They could use those.
Well, white tip sharks, so this is the thing, and it's like it's also a thing like when people don't do like research for movies. Like if you research like actual like human attacks and like what like each shark could do to a human, like a white tip shark isn't gonna take off like a limb. It's gonna bite you. You might bleed out.
Right.
It ain't gonna take off a limb. Usually something like a bull shark because of their just even Makos. Makos are small and they're like a Mako is gonna hit you with a tail before like she gets hit with a tail on her mask. Excuse me. And she should have been knocked out.
Knocked her goggles off.
Yeah, she should have been unconscious.
Yeah, they definitely should have used the great white. That's what they should have used. Because that's the sharks that you find in Cabo.
But then would the great white have been able to fit into the plane?
Oh, it would have made a way.
I was gonna say a great white gonna make a way.
Now,
the snacks in there
in that plane when she do the bubble gun isn't gonna have enough room to turn around and swim off.
But but just think about that though. You have a great white in that little tiny corridor, and they're trying to get out. What you gonna do?
That would have been way more intense.
We going together.
Somebody going to the front, Kyle. And that's gonna cause arguments because then like. Well, why I gotta go first?
Which creates what?
Said so.
Intensity.
Because I said so.
Yeah. But it was a decent watch.
But I mean, just like y'all said, once Brandon got clapped, everybody else just became side characters.
Yep.
They never filtered the responsibility of the main character to Ava. They were just all side characters at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that was our review for No Way Up. If y'all get a chance, go out, check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, tell your mama them. And we're gonna catch y'all next time. Mika, I don't know if you be up for like
No.
yeah. Because we be doing it kind of late, but we can't though. We gotta do it like right after. Like especially the last episode. Oh my god.
Duke was like, I thought y'all said 10:30. I'm like, hey man.
Brother, give a
I
break.
told
Come
you
on.
mash the button. We gotta get
Come-
into this now.
Come on. Did you watch the last episode?
No.
Man, you get on my nerves.
I don't keep up with that show. You know that, right? I watched the first 2 episodes and was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and gracefully bow out this one. We good.
We done got to the smoke now. The first
It's
3
gang,
episodes
gang.
was build up to the smoke. Now
like,
we got the smoke.
It's gang right now. I
Is
don't know
that,
feel me?
that's the extra right there? Yeah,
That's crazy.
right there. That right there.
Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow to discuss House of the Dragon. Mika will be back next
Episode
Saturday.
5.
We got to figure out what we're gonna do. I don't know. What y'all got? What y'all got a feeling for?
You talking about for this coming Saturday?
What's out?
Town next Saturday.
Huh?
Huh?
What you said?
I'll be out of town next Saturday.
Get on my god dang on nerves.
Yeah, I'm out of town.
Get on my nerves. We'll figure something out. But
Yeah.
but
Be at the strip club getting chicken wings.
Hey, because strip club chicken do be hitting.
it does. Not
They
gonna
fry
lie.
it hard.
Not gonna lie.
I
That's
don't know
sometimes
who these establishments be getting the Friday chicken while there's
It's somebody's
You gotta
grandma
get the
only
food
back
truck
fans activity
outside.
taking place, but they always make the best chicken.
sometimes you gotta get the food truck that's outside. That way you ain't gotta go in.
Nah, you gotta get them. You gotta get the strip club chicken wings. I don't
No,
know.
I'm
Somebody,
saying like it's
my
it's a-
great
it's a-
grandma
it's a
working
spot.
back there in the back.
It's a spot that does it. Like, and they have like the people outside in front. You gotta go
How
in.
would you know that?
Huh? This
Got
has
him.
been another episode of Popcorn and Beer Podcast. We'll see y'all tomorrow for House of the Dragon.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Make sure you go check out what Mika G is doing over at the Blurred AF Experience. And also, I can't say the name of the cinematic one, Cinematic Nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to mess it up, but definitely go check out Cinematic.
Last day of
Nightmares.
Shark Week, y'all.
It's
So,
last day of Shark Week.
Last day. Well, that last day of Shark Week for me. I said 7 days, so 7 days.
See, why you gotta play like that? But Mika ain't gonna be here next week, but she'll be here the week after.
Yeah. Make sure y'all check out Kung Fu Saturdays too. DreamHack.
Yeah, he streamed Bach today.
Yeah, Kung Fu
okay.
Saturdays.
Okay, Kung Fu King.
I normally join him for it, but this morning I went to I went to a matinee, so saw Long Legs. If y'all haven't seen that movie, mind.
So I haven't seen it. I just seen Tony Baker post. It was like, hey, I need some company right now because ain't no way.
No.
I'm watching this movie by myself. And I was like, what is he talking about?
That I'm not gonna say it's scary enough to where like I need to sleep with the lights on, but Nicolas Cage definitely sold his character.
She gonna have lights on tonight.
Intensity.
I'm gonna have one light on. I don't need all the lights on. I'm just saying.
She gonna have the TV light on, the bedroom light, the hallway light.
I'm just saying. It was good, and the twist in it here. Oh, and M. Night Shyamalan has another movie that's getting ready to come out.
I'm sick of him and his daughter.
No. This one actually looked good. Like it's about this. I guess the killer is trapped inside of a arena.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, that one I want to see. That one I want to see because I went to go. I went to go see the Watchers or whatever. Did you watch that?
Not yet.
That was his daughter, and I was confused.
Yeah, that whatever that M. Night Shyamalan movie is called, I'm definitely gonna go see that because the preview had me hooked. I was like,
I'm going to see Twisters next weekend. Just cause I like natural disaster movies. I'm a natural disaster movie type person. So
Yeah, if y'all get a chance, go see Long Legs. Yeah, go see Long Legs. It ain't even. Well, I ain't gonna say it's not scary.
Is
Yeah.
Twister supposed to be a sequel?
Yes, to Twister.
Yes.
And the first one came out in like 94.
It's
99.
been like 9.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think it was 94. My bad. I couldn't resist. So wrong. I got problems.
Oh my goodness!
Pray for me, just not on Sundays. Every day. Pray for me.
Now I gotta look it up.
1996.
Now I gotta do a fact check.
96.
Okay, I was close. I said 94.
Okay.
So it's been almost what?
Almost
20
30.
Almost 20 years. No, 30 years.
30.
Almost 30.
30.
Yeah. That's crazy. Movies used to be so good back
We
then.
at 28.
Movies used to be so good back then. Mika, we were talking last week about Will Smith movies. You have a top 5 Will Smith movie? Or do you have top 5 Will Smith movies? Or are you a Will Smith fan?
I am a Will Smith fan. Love.
What's your
Will Smith.
favorite Will Smith movie?
I Am Legend.
Okay.
The only reason
It's top 5 then. Give me 5.
The part with him and the dog always makes me cry.
Oh, him and Sam.
He's just like,
Which ending did you like better?
I like the ending where he blows
Where he
stuff up.
survives, or where he
No,
says,
not the one
"Y'all
where
go
he
ahead.
survived.
I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
with the ship as it goes down."
Yeah, the one where he was like, "I'm gonna stay here. Y'all head out. I'm good."
What's your top 5 then? If I Am Legend is one.
I Am Legend. The first Bad Boys movie. Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
And Hitch.
Okay, so you got 3 out of the 5 mine. So I put Wild Wild West and iRobot in there.
I like Wild Wild West. iRobot didn't do it for me. I know that one part when he's standing in the shower. I was like, "Hey,
so this has been another episode of the Popcorn and Beer Podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, along with the crew.
Don't y'all love that when I come back?
So this is what it feels like when we do it to you.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And she's back. It's the First Lady Mika G, aka I'm sick of these sharks on this plane.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE. Was she capping though?
She definitely.
I guess we'll never know.
She definitely was. And once again, we'll check y'all out next time right here on the Popcorn and Beer Podcast.
All night.
Peace.
Before to cut everybody off.
Like that.
I don't think I'm right. That's wild.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man said he's a show.
She aged like cheese. Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.